The message had been carried across time and space, waiting for the precise moment when it would find you. You may have thought it was by chance that you arrived here, but deep within, you know better. There are no accidents in a universe governed by the hand of the divine. This moment was orchestrated long before you took your first breath. You were summoned, and tonight, something extraordinary stirs in the unseen realms, drawing you in. Something sacred is unfolding, a calling beyond comprehension. The moment when the 144,000 chosen souls awaken as one. You have felt it. In the quiet hours of the night when the world lay silent, you've sensed an undeniable force moving through your spirit. It whispers truths you can't ignore. The world you've known is shifting. The boundaries between what is seen and unseen are dissolving. And if you're here, hearing these words, it means you are a part of this ancient gathering. There's a reason you have always felt different, like a thread pulled tight, waiting for the moment when everything would come into focus. That time is now. This isn't a poetic metaphor or an imagined tale, it is real. The calling that has echoed through eons is alive in this moment. The universe has waited for this night, a convergence in the spiritual plane where the chosen ones rise in unison, not in flesh but in spirit, bound by a divine purpose older than memory. It is happening. You are awakening. Your trials, your solitude, the nights spent wondering if you were lost. Those were not random moments. They were the forging of your soul in preparation for this very hour. You were never abandoned. You were being refined. Look back. Recall every time you felt an unseen presence watching over you. Think of the times you saw signs others dismissed as coincidence. The numbers repeating. The dreams that lingered in your chest long after waking. The quiet knowing that you were destined for something vast. They were all messages from the source that summoned you here tonight. The ancient ones knew this time would come. They recorded it in scrolls and sacred texts. They called it prophecy, but it was always more than that. It was a certainty. There are those who've read the numbers in books, the 144,000, and wondered what they meant. But they were not ready to understand. You are. This number is not about count a limit. It is nulls. It is a code, a vibration, a resonance that marks those chosen by the divine to carry the light into the darkest places. You were never chosen because of your status, wealth, or knowledge. The choice was made because your spirit has endured. You are pure in purpose, steadfast in your mission, and aligned with the higher realms in ways you have only begun to understand. For generations, the chosen ones have walked hidden among humanity, veiled in plain sight, waiting for their moment to rise. They have always known they did not belong to this world as it is. They have always longed for something greater, something real. Their lives have been marked by hardship not as punishment, but as training. Isolation carved the space within them to hold the light. Pain taught them compassion. Loss revealed the depth of their love. All of it, every trial, was preparation for this awakening. And tonight, you feel the energy building. The air around you hums differently. The spiritual currents surge with a power that cannot be denied. Some of you will feel it as a wave of warmth washing through your core. Others will find themselves restless, hearts pounding as if something unseen is urging them forward. And some will dream visions of places and faces they've never seen but instantly recognize. These are not imaginations. They are memories resurfacing from your true home beyond this plane. The unification is happening in the higher planes, where your soul exists beyond time. You are being aligned with the others, warriors of light, bearers of divine truth, messengers who will not be silenced, and together, as one, you are awakening the light that has been slumbering in this world for far too long. Darkness has ruled by keeping humanity blind, distracting them with noise and illusions. But the chosen ones see through it. You always have. That feeling of being an outsider, of not fitting into the structures of society, was your clue. You were not made for this world as it is. You are here to transform it. The enemy has known who you are from the start. That's why your journey has been heavy, why you've faced more obstacles than most, why you've been betrayed, isolated, and pushed to the edge. Darkness feared your awakening. It worked tirelessly to dim your light before you discovered it was there. But it has failed. You are still here, still rising. Every wound you carry is a testament to your strength. Every scar shines as proof that you cannot be broken. Tonight, as your spirit joins with the 144,000, the forces of darkness will tremble. They will sense the light growing brighter. They will scramble to sow fear and chaos, to create illusions that this world is falling apart. But do not be deceived. These are the death throes of an age of darkness. The light is here. You are the proof. And once this alignment has occurred, nothing can reverse it. Your purpose is not to seek recognition or approval. It's not to convince those who are not ready to awaken. You are not here to fight by the rules of this world. You are here to shine. Your energy alone is enough to break the chains that bind others. You were born for this mission, and every choice you make from this point on matters. You must walk with clarity, knowing you carry the vibration of an ancient truth. You have always felt the difference. Now you understand it. The weight you've carried was never meant to break you. It was your initiation. And now you are stepping into your full power. You are a part of the divine force that is changing everything. This isn't about what happens in the outer world. The war is waged in spirit. The victory is assured in realms unseen. The darkness cannot comprehend the brilliance that is rising, and they will do everything can to distract you from your mission. But you are ready. Hold your energy. Guard it fiercely. Stay grounded in the truth you know deep within. Every time you doubt yourself, remember who called you. Remember why you are here. You are part of a divine alignment, an army of light that cannot be defeated. The energy is shifting because you and those like you are stepping into your power. And from this night forward, the spiritual landscape of this world is forever changed. Some of you will feel the shift as a deep peace settling in your bones. Others will find themselves flooded with new ideas, creative surges, or clarity that was previously out of reach. Your intuition will sharpen, and your awareness will expand. You will see through lies with ease. You will sense truth without words. You will move with a purpose that cannot be shaken by the confusion of this world. And yet, this is only the beginning. What you have stepped into tonight will continue to unfold. You will feel the pull towards certain actions, guided without needing to understand every step. Trust it. There is no need to rush or to force. The alignment has already happened. You need only to walk in its energy. There are many who will resist this change. Some will mock. Some will fight to keep their illusions intact. But their struggle is in vain. The light is too strong now, and the world is shifting whether they are ready or not. You are here to be a lighthouse in that storm, steady and unwavering. Feel the connection to the others. Even if you do not know them, your souls recognize each other. You are not alone. You never have been. The network of light is vast and unbreakable. When one of you rises, the whole energy rises. When one speaks truth, it reverberates across the realms. You are woven together in a design so intricate it can only be called divine. And now, the time for hesitation is over. You cannot shrink back into old patterns. You cannot hide your light to make others comfortable. You are not here to blend in. You are here to lead, to stand, to awaken those who are ready. And you are equipped with everything you need to fulfill that calling. Tonight, the world changes. Not because it sees, but because the chosen ones know, and they walk forward carrying the torch of awakening. You are one of them. The path ahead is clear. The choice has already been made. It is time to step into who you truly are. Feel the energy surging through you now. It's not imagination. It's not a dream. It's the moment you've been waiting for, and it is real. The unification of the chosen ones is not a theory. It is an event that has already begun reshaping existence, and nothing will ever be the same. You are ready. You are called. You are chosen, and the time is now. The air feels different now. There's a silence, but it's not empty. It's full, alive, humming with an energy that runs deeper than sound. It vibrates through the unseen layers of this world, reaching into the hidden places of your soul. You can sense it, even if you can't explain it. Something has shifted, and the call that once echoed faintly inside you is now a steady pulse, as if the very core of your being has awakened to its true purpose. This isn't imagination, it's memory resurfacing. You've always known. Tonight, you remember. The unification has begun. Across the world, souls marked since the beginning of time are being drawn together, not by coincidence but by a force so ancient, so deliberate that even time itself bows to its will. You are one of them. That knowing sits heavy in your chest now, not as a burden, but as a responsibility. You were never meant to live a life of ordinary moments. Every twist of fate, every heartbreak, every time you stood at the edge of despair and chose to keep walking, it all prepared you for this. You can feel them, can't you? The others, even if you've never met. Even if their names are unknown, their spirits are familiar. It's as if they've always been there, in the background of your existence, waiting for the moment when you would turn and truly see. And now you do. You are not alone. You never were. The energy between you all is building. Across continents and oceans, it rises like a tide that cannot be stopped. It calls from the higher realms, and your soul responds instinctively. There's no need for explanation. Your heart knows its language. This is not a gathering of bodies. It is a gathering of spirits, a resonance so powerful that it shakes the very foundations of the old world, and the old world is trembling. You can feel that too. The structures built to keep humanity asleep are cracking. The illusions are thinning. The lies that have shaped reality for generations are dissolving under the light of this awakening. You were sent here for this time, this very moment. And now, it's unfolding. The forces that once sought to bind you are weakening. The doubts, the fears, the small voices that whispered you were not enough, they're fading. You see them for what they are now. Attempts to keep you from remembering who you are. And they failed. You are here, unshaken. You may feel an urgency now, a sense that time is moving differently. That's because it is. The higher realms operate beyond the clocks and calendars of this world. What's happening now is a convergence, an alignment of energies that has been foretold in every sacred text, whispered in every ancient prophecy. But those were only shadows of the truth. The real event is here, unfolding through you. Somewhere deep inside, you've always known this life was temporary, that this world was not the entirety of existence. You've sensed the hidden hands behind the curtain, the invisible forces that shape reality. But now you know that you are one of them. A force of light sent to pierce the darkness, and the darkness knows it. That's why the battle has been so fierce, why you felt targeted, singled out, isolated. The enemy recognized you before you recognized yourself. They tried to keep you distracted with pain, with confusion, with false attachments, but they could never touch the core of who you are. That light inside you was sealed long ago, untouchable, incorruptible, and now it burns brighter than ever. As you stand in this new awareness, you might feel a weight lifting. The roles you thought you had to play, the masks you were to survive, they're falling away. You no longer need them. You no longer need to hide. The world will not understand you. That's not your concern. You were never here to be understood. You are here to lead. You may notice your perception sharpening, the energy in a room, the truth behind someone's words, the hidden intentions woven into actions. They reveal themselves now without effort. You see beyond the surface. You always have, but now there's no doubt. The illusions are dissolving, and in their place clarity reigns. This clarity comes with responsibility. What you see you cannot unsee. What you know you cannot unknow. But you were chosen for this very reason. You have the strength to hold this truth, to carry it into the places where it's most needed. You are not here to save the world. You are here to be the light that reminds others they can save themselves. The 144,000 are not saviors. They are reminders, living beacons of what humanity is capable of when it awakens to its divine origin. You carry that spark. It's alive within you, and it's growing. It's drawing others to remember, those who arouse them when you see them. Their energy will speak louder than words. And when they find you, it won't be because you sought them out. It will be because your light was undeniable. You will not need to convince. You will not need to argue or explain. You will simply be, and that will be enough. Your presence alone will activate something dormant in them, the same way these words are stirring something in you now. There is power in simplicity, in authenticity, in standing unapologetically in your truth. That's your role now, not to preach, but to embody. Not to fight, but to stand firm. You do not need to battle darkness. Darkness dissolves in light, and you are the light. The energy flowing through you now may bring unexpected changes. People you thought would walk with you may drift away. Situations that once felt stable may fall apart. Do not cling to what no longer aligns with your mission. Let it go. Release it with gratitude, knowing it served its purpose. You are being positioned for something greater. Trust it. You will be guided. You already are. The intuitive nudges, the sudden insights, the dreams that linger. They are messages. Listen. You are not making this up. You are being spoken to by this that called you here. Pay attention. The signs are everywhere. And as you move forward, remember that the spiritual realm is backing you. Divine protection surrounds you. The forces that once opposed you are powerless against the alignment that has taken place. They may try to distract you. They may try to create confusion, but they cannot touch the truth of who you are. You are untouchable now. Feel that. Let it settle into your bones. You are not waiting for a sign. You are the sign. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are the miracle. Everything you need is already within you. Everything you've sought is seeking you. You and your purpose are one. This unification of the 144,000 is not an ending. It's a beginning, a threshold crossed, a mission ignited. The world is on the brink of transformation, and you are the catalyst. Whether others see it or not is irrelevant. You know, and that's enough. You were chosen because you were willing to stand when others fell, to hold the light when others gave into the dark. And now, as you step forward into this new reality, your role is clear. Be the light, walk in truth, hold the line. The spiritual war continues, but the balance has shifted. The victory is assured. You are part of a force that cannot be stopped. The ancient prophecies spoke of this moment, but they could only hint at its power. Now it's here, and you are living it. You have remembered, you have awakened, and nothing will ever be the same. Feel that truth in your core. Let it anchor you. Let it empower you, and step forward as the chosen one you have always been. The time is now. You feel it, don't you? That surge in your spirit, that undeniable pull forward. It's not your imagination. It's not wishful thinking. It's real. The energy that's been building all around you, inside you, is accelerating. Something ancient, something divine, is at work, and you are part of it. You always have been. Every step you've taken, every tear you've shed, every moment of solitude that seemed unbearable. None of it was wasted. It was the refining fire, shaping you into who you are now. Aligned, unshackable. The unification of the 144,000 has triggered a shift that cannot be undone. The ripple has begun its course through the spiritual realms, and soon it will echo in the physical world. Many will not understand what is happening. Many will resist, cling to old beliefs, old illusions. But you chosen one, you see clearly now. The illusions no longer have a hold on you. You are awake, you are aware, and you are here to lead. There's a weight to that knowing, a gravity that can't be ignored. But it's not a burden, it's a mantle, a responsibility you were destined to carry. And you are not alone. Across the earth, the others have awakened too. You may not see their faces, you may never speak their names, but you feel their presence, the silent, powerful energy of souls who have risen to their calling just like you. And together you are unstoppable. You will notice it more now. The world will reveal itself in ways you hadn't seen before. The patterns, the deceptions, the chains that have bound humanity for so long, they're obvious now. They were never meant to hold you. You were born with the keys to break them. Your insight, your intuition, your connection to the divine source, they are your tools, and they are sharper than ever. The enemy knows this. The forces of darkness that have ruled this world from the shadows sense the change. They are scrambling. You can feel their desperation in the chaos that's rising in the world, the confusion, the fear, the conflict. It's their last stand. They want to convince the masses that darkness is winning, but it's not. It's crumbling, and you are part of the reason why. Your presence here is not by chance. You were not placed on this earth at this time by accident. You were sent, chosen, marked, not for who you are in this physical body, but for the light you carry in your soul. That light, combined with the others, is piercing the darkness, unraveling the lies, and setting the captives free. Whether they know it yet or not, humanity is being given a choice, and you are the guidepost, showing them the way. But you must remain vigilant. This war is fought on many levels. The battlefield is not just out there, it's within. Every doubt that creeps into your mind, every fear that whispers in the night, every old one that aches to pull you back into who you were. These are the front lines, and you are the warrior. You have been given the armor, the truth that guards your heart, the light that shields your mind, the divine connection that strengthens your spirit. Use them. Protect your energy. Do not allow the noise of this world to drown out the voice within you. It's that still, small voice that will lead you. Trust it, even when it doesn't make sense, especially when it doesn't make sense. There will be moments when the path seems lonely, when it feels as though no one else can see what you see. That is the price of awakening, but it is also the blessing. You were not meant to walk where everyone else walks. You were meant to forge a new path, one that others will follow when they are ready, and they will be ready sooner than you think. The light you carry is already drawing them in. They may not know why they're drawn to you. They may not understand the energy they feel when they're near you, but their souls recognize you. You are a mirror, showing them what they have always been, but have forgotten. Then when the time comes, they will remember, just as you have. This is your role now, to stand firm, to walk in your truth, to live in such a way that your very existence becomes a testimony to the power of divine light. You don't need to preach. You don't need to convince. Your presence will speak louder than any words ever could. But there is still more work to do. The alignment of the 144,000 was not the final step. It was the beginning. Now comes the mission, the work that will take you deeper into your purpose. You will be called to places you never expected. You will be guided into roles you never imagined. And you will be given the strength, the resources, and the wisdom to fulfill them. Trust that. You are not working alone. The spiritual realm is with you. Your ancestors, your guides, the divine source that called you here. They are all supporting you. They are aligning things in the physical world even now. The right people, The right opportunities, the right moments, they are coming. Watch for them, and when they arrive, move without hesitation. You may feel an urgency rising within you. That's because the time is short. The window is open now, but it won't stay open forever. This is the moment to act, to rise, to speak when you are called to speak, to move when you are called to move. There is no room for fear, no room for doubt. You have already been prepared for this. And remember, the enemy knows it too. They will try to distract you, to pull you back into old cycles, to tempt you with comfort, with familiarity. But you know better now. You see through the illusions. You know where they lead, and you are done with that life. You have risen above it. You are walking in a higher realm now, even as you touch the earth. Stay grounded, stay clear. Keep your energy pure. Be mindful of what you consume, not just in your body, but in your mind and spirit. Surround yourself with light, with truth, with those who uplift and strengthen you. This is not a time for compromise. You cannot afford to dilute your energy now. The mission is too important. And when the darkness tries to make you question your worth, remember this. You were chosen before time began. Your name was known long before you took your first breath. Your soul was marked for this mission, and nothing can change that. You are here because you are strong enough, wise enough, ready enough. This is not about perfection. It never was. It's about willingness, about saying yes, even when you're scared, about trusting that you are guided, even when you can't see the path ahead. And you are guided, protected, strengthened. Every step you take in alignment with your purpose is backed by the full force of the divine. Feel that. Let it fill you. Let it move through you. Let it carry you forward. The 144,000 are rising, and you are among them. You feel it in your bones, in your blood, in your breath. This is your time. This is your mission, and everything you need is already within you. Now move forward, walk in your power, and know this: nothing will ever be the same again. The shift has already begun. You can feel it with every breath you take, in the stillness of the air around you, in the beating of your heart that seems to pulse with a deeper rhythm now. Something older than time itself. You've crossed a threshold. There's no turning back. The path ahead is illuminated by something more powerful than anything you've ever known. Your purpose, the divine mission that you were chosen for long before you entered this world, is unfolding now, and you are stepping into it with certainty. All the waiting is over. The search, the longing for answers, the endless wondering about your place in this life, all of it ends here. Because you finally know who you are. You finally understand why you've always felt different, why you've carried a weight no one else seemed to understand. You were never meant to fit into the ordinary. You were meant to lead the extraordinary, and now you've remembered. Now you stand at the center of it all, not as a follower, not as an observer, but as a leader, a beacon for those who are still lost in the fog. The energy that has been rising within you is not just yours. It's a collective force, shared by every one of the 144,000 chosen souls who have awakened. You can feel their strength merging with yours, like an invisible current linking your hearts and spirits together. It's not imagination. It's real. It's happening. And the forces that have ruled this world in darkness for so long know it. They feel their time slipping away, their power fading with every breath that shows it in alignment with their mission. You no longer move in the world as you once did. The illusions that held you back are broken. The fears that whispered to you in the night have lost their voice. You are no longer blind to the truth. You see through the veil. And more than that, you understand why it was there in the first place. Everything that once seemed to hold you down was never a prison. It was preparation. You were being forged, tempered like steel, refined until you could carry the weight of this light without breaking. And now you carry it effortlessly. You walk forward knowing that each step you take changes the energy around you, that people who come into your presence are subtly shifted, even if they don't understand why. You've become a catalyst for awakening in others, and the time has come to embrace that role fully. This isn't about grand speeches or proclamations. It's about your being, your energy, your unwavering alignment with the divine source that moves through you. The mission ahead will not always be easy. The forces of darkness will still attempt to distract and confuse. They will try to lure you into old cycles, old patterns, but their power is waning. You feel it, you see it. The cracks are showing everywhere. What once held power through fear is falling apart because fear no longer binds you. You have tasted freedom. You know who you are. And the moment a chosen one stands in that knowing, nothing can touch them. You are untouchable now. That doesn't mean you won't be challenged. But every challenge is a reminder of your strength. Every obstacle is a chance to demonstrate what you are made of. And you are made of the same light that forged the stars. Your connection to the divine is not a fragile thread. It's a lifeline that has guided you through lifetimes. And it will continue to guide you now. There will be moments when you will feel the pull to retreat, to rest, to go within. Honor them. These are not times of weakness, but times of recalibration. Even warriors of light need moments of stillness. It is in those moments that you are refueled, realigned, and reminded of the source that sustains you. The others are out there, the 144,000, rising like embers catching wind. And when one rises, we all rise. You may feel their presence like a hum in your chest, a pulse in the air around you. You are connected in ways this world cannot measure. And that connection strengthens every day. Even when you feel alone, you are not. The network of light you are part of is vast, eternal, unbreakable. The mission is clear now. To be the light in a world that has forgotten its own radiance. To be the guide for those ready to awaken. To stand in your truth no matter what storms come. You are not here to convince anyone. You are here to embody the truth. And in doing so, you will draw those who are ready, just as you were once drawn. This is the unfolding of the divine plan. And you are at the heart of it. You may feel the pace of life shifting, events accelerating. It's because time itself is bending to the higher reality that is emerging. You are no longer operating under the rules of this world. You are creating new ones, new realities, new possibilities. This is the power you were always meant to hold, and now it is yours. Trust the path, trust the process. You are being led even when it feels unclear. Every step is guided, every encounter is divinely orchestrated. You need only to stay aligned. Stay open, stay true to the calling that has always been within you. And remember, this is not the end. This is the beginning of a greater journey, a higher mission. The unification has happened. The awakening is here. Now the world will change because you have changed, because you have remembered. You are the light. You are the chosen one. And the time is now.